Really?
Are you just
Okay.
eating a straight burger, by the way?
Straight burger. I'm actually sponsored by A&W.
Yeah, it was actually in the garbage.
Extra nutrients. Extra nutrients.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Is that just like your protein, like bulk for the day? Like, what is that?
Oh, see, I could tell those biceps. You know, you work for those. You know the game. There. Oh, look at that. Wait, which way's the beach?
Sorry.
Which way's the beach? Oh, wait.
That way.
Hold on, take a feel, take a feel. Those were solid.
Wait,
Do
no,
it.
I'm too nervous now.
I haven't seen you in time.
Oh, shit.
What's good, man?
That's a good man.
My short peckered friend and chilling out.
I'm the short peckered friend.
No, I figured, yeah.
Believe it or not, he was 19 at one
Are
point
you
in time.
seriously 21?
Yeah.
Why are you guys friends?
20.
I mean, who could resist?
Yeah, 21 plus 8.
I see people that are balls out today, and I'm like, good for you guys. Like, there's a balls out guy.
Well, with him, that was coming later, right?
I was going to do it.
Oh, you were ready to go.
I was going to do about an hour or so.
Yeah. Once the sun starts to set,
Exactly.
Okay.
Are you like a rapper? Like high school friends, you know, we met over here. And
I'll kill you.
what's your background?
My background?
Yeah.
I'm scared
Italian
to
or
say,
like? Okay, I have a feeling.
Okay, people don't normally guess that because I'm so tall.
Yeah, no, I could see the Italian for sure.
My mom she's little. She's a little Italian woman, but my dad's like really tall, so that's why I'm so tall.
You got the height from the dad.
Yeah.
Are you Sicilian?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a feeling. Right when I first started
You know
talking.
your Italian ethnicities?
I'm gonna get your number. Okay.
Are you?
I am. Yeah. Okay. We're going completely off the cuff here. Raw and unedited. Just get it nice and lined up. There we go. Okay, so this right here is my trusty wingman. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Big C. I go by Tiny C sometimes when I'm in the club talking to a girl. I go by Little Dick C sometimes as well as my alter ego. So those are my two nicknames.
And that's one thing that we like to do because so many guys aren't doing that, right? They'll go up and they'll talk about like, oh, I'm gonna rock your world, baby. I got the biggest dick in the world, you know, or I got a really large dick. But it's like, we like to undersell it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
What do you usually introduce me as?
I usually introduce my short peckered friend.
and then the girl's just like, oh. You know, and then the thing is as long as you completely own it, you're like, you know, that's right. Yeah, 3 inches, but some girls like it that thick, right? What we like to do is we like to go against the grain, you know? Stick out from Johnny Average and Joe Blow.
100%. Yeah, that's the main point here too, is sticking out and just being different than all generic NPCs doing the hi, how you doing? Like, you're so pretty. Like, can I get you a drink? Like, whack. Like, you have to be different. You have to be more excited than that. You have to keep things interesting. Tell secrets to your partner, to your wingman, and just keep them guessing.
Yeah, keep them guessing. Keep them on their toes. What are some things that we like to do? You know, when it comes to, because you guys all know me, so I'm gonna let him do a lot of the talking here.
Yeah, some things I like to do, for example, is I like to just kind of joke around, kind of make them feel kind of uncomfortable. You know, that way it's not on me. Just kind of joke around with them, say like, oh, your shoes are not the prettiest ones in the club, but you know what? You make do, you make it work. And just kind of joke around with them, kind of insult them without insulting them, if you know what I mean. Kind of say with a bit of comedy with them. And just you and your women are out having a good time. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But you're being so open and honest, it actually does work out most of the time, it ends up being.
So you've obviously, and I've had my fair share of horror stories with wingmen before. What are some things to avoid when it comes to finding a wingman? And what are some things that, if your friend or somebody that you're going out with currently, trying to pick up girls with, if they do these certain traits, then you want to toss them to the curb. You don't want to go out with that guy. What are some things that you like to avoid?
So there's one guy who's a good-looking guy, way better looking than me, jacked, freaking chiseled, such a good-looking guy. And with the boys, he has such a good personality. He's always joking around, wrestling around, just a real man's man. But when we went to the club and tried to talk to girls, the guy couldn't even freaking handle a conversation for 2 seconds. He couldn't look them in the eye. He would just kind of be a jog on the spotter. Like
wait, can you demonstrate? Because we talked about a jog on the spotter. Avoid being a jog on the spotter all the time. So can you demonstrate what that looks like?
It's kind of just like you're just kind of scratching your head, kind of just like don't know what to say, grabbing yourself and just kind of shaking, just being kind of awkward and like introverted. Like it makes the whole situation awkward. makes me look bad because I'm supposed to be hanging out with you as my buddy, and you don't even know how to talk to anyone. And then on top of that, you're just making a fool of yourself in front of the girl. She thinks you're a joke now. She thinks I'm a joke because I'm hanging out with you. And yeah, so those are the kind of guys I try to avoid.
What we're doing right now, this is what we do when we go out and talk to girls, right? You want to avoid and you want to cut off those guys that are like talking shit about you behind your back, right? Like we're building each other up. You know, like if you were to leave, I'd be like, how did you go? How did that conversation with him go? Right? And then I'd ask the girl, I'd be like, he's more than just a pretty face. What did I tell you, right? You know, obviously he's Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome, but he's actually got some personality. What do you think of my friend so far? Right? So we're always building each other up.
Yeah, no, it's true. You always got to build your wingman up. You don't want to take it over the top, but you want to keep a nice steady level of building him up and making him look good. I used to have another friend too. He'd always like try to one up me. I'd go out, we talk to girls, and like he would always come in and have to be Mr. Big Dick, Mr. Big Shot.
Didn't he try to drown you in the pool a couple times?
Yeah. We'd be talking to girls in the pool. He come up behind me, try to dunk me. It's like you're not doing yourself or me any favors. Like they just think that's awkward and weird, and they swim away like it's stupid. So yeah, just go with buddies who make you feel good, and you're in. You know, when you feel good, your friends make you feel good. Your confidence goes up too. So it's a win for everybody. And they all have a good time.
And sometimes, you know, what me and him do is when we're out in public, we'll toss each other into the deep end, right? We'll toss each other into the water, right? Like we'll be walking by and I'll say, yeah, he has a question for you, right? And it, you know, forces us to kind of think on the spot, right? And then just say something spontaneous, something that whatever we can think of in the moment. And what that displays is that you're not going off lines or a script, right? It's authentic to the current moment right there, right? So it, you know, the girl's not gonna be thinking, okay, this guy's just saying like some line, right? But like, we'll do it all the time.
Oh yeah, 100%. We'll just go up to random girl like, hey, my friend here had a question for you. He had the same jacket as you, or he wanted the same shoes. Like, there's anything random just to keep, like you said, keep it authentic, keep them guessing, keep us on our toes too, make us a little bit wittier too.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is too, is it's like, you know, we're not taking ourselves too seriously. Right? Like, by you saying that, exactly, you know, we'll do that kind of shit all the time. Yeah, he's got the same jacket, or he's got the same scarf as you, or, you know what, like, he's actually got the same perfume as you. And then the girl's just like, what? Like, throwing them off.
Yeah, 100%. No, and it works out good most of the time, too. Like, and if it doesn't, who cares? Like, that girl's a blander anyway. She's not there for fun. She's just there to look good and trying to get as much attention as free drinks as she can. And that's not what I'm after anyway. So, yeah, I'm there to have a good time. Just don't take it too serious. Have a good time, and always know the right moment to close as well. If you close too soon, you're gonna look like a weirdo. And if you close too late, that's how you missed your chance. Emotions already went down. You already peaked, and now you're on the downtrend, and it's not gonna work out. So
let's talk more about that, like on how to properly close, right? Like. You had one friend who will leave the name out of this. What did he do? Like, he was always trying to close way too early, right?
Yeah,
and then you're just sitting there like...
Yeah, 100%. He would just try to close, like, he just burn the forest out right away. He would go to every single girl in the club and like, oh, you're so pretty. Like, I'm going to have some drinks back at my place. He opened with that line, I'm going to have some drinks back at my place. Or like, I'm going to go back to my place after this. Like, do you want to come with me? Or like, he just grabbed him by the arm and started pulling away. Yeah.
It's like firemen carry them out.
Yeah.
You're coming with me.
You try to grab him by the, it comes off creepy. Like, and he's...
and then you'd be like sitting back like...
Yeah, cringe. It's a cringe moment, yeah. So don't be that guy. Don't be the guy being Mr. Aggressive, trying to close right away. Try to be the big dick in front of the boys. Just go out, have a good time, play around with them, make them feel like they got to work for you.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Keep things interesting. That's what I say.
Yeah, keep things interesting.
Like Mr. Ash. Mr. Jeff Ash.
But also too, it's like, there's that far end of the spectrum, and then there's also just like, talking about the weather, what the girl does for work, or just having this generic kind of conversation, right? Like, how do you kind of get out of that mode?
Yeah, like, I don't like to run in circles in my conversations. Like, there's guys, how we were just talking about the other end of the spectrum of burn the conversation out, and everyone getting tired of listening to the same, story of just going around circles in the conversation. And how you avoid that is you got to know when to close. I give it 3-4 minutes, kind of gauge it out. And 3-4 minutes apparently is when the emotion is highest after talking to a guy or a girl. That's when you got to close. With 3-4 minute mark after having a good solid conversation. After that, say, hey, you want to get out of here? Do you want to go to a different bar, or go, do you want to go back to my place after for drinks, whatever. But if you're going to be longer than 3-4 minutes and keep running the same circle, same story, then yeah, you're going to fail. You're going to look like an idiot too, because like you don't know how you hold a conversation for too long.
There was a guy who asked me, he DM'd me about like what he did wrong, right? And he was on a lunch date. I remember I sent you this. He was on a lunch date with a girl, and he asked her on the date to go back to his hotel, and he just kind of kept it there, right? What did he do wrong there, and how do you kind of dress up? How do you dress up like the reason to close?
To close, yeah. So asking if he wants to go back to the hotel after how long?
After they're on a lunch date for maybe like 15 minutes, and he literally he said,
date.
yeah, he said to her, yeah, lunch date.
Not the mood's not even right. Not even a dinner. Not even a dinner date. Yeah.
he's like, so do you want to go back to my hotel? And I can picture like the girl's face, and I can picture like the wheels in his head turning as he was saying this.
Yeah.
But like kind of what I'm getting at here is like, if you're going to lead, it's like you kind of have to dress up the reason, right? Like come up with some reasons as to why you're going to go to the hotel. Because if it's like, if you just kind of leave it there, like, yeah, you want to come back to my hotel, right? Like even if the girl's into it, you don't want to make her feel like she's going to be judged for being like slutty or promiscuous. Right?
Yeah, 100%. He should have dressed up completely different. Yeah, like Devin said, he should have gave a reason to go back to the hotel. Well, you're not working today. I'm not working today. We just had a good lunch. Let's go back to my hotel and play some Uno or something like that. Let's go play some chess. So I want to teach you solitaire, anything like that. And once you get it back here, you know, obviously unwind. But yeah, he completely did that completely backwards. The guy's a dweeb.
And you know, like we've been doing this. We met in what, 2015?
Yeah, 2015. Yeah, good
that's a funny story in itself. we can tell that story later.
Yeah.
But not usually how most people meet.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So 2015, we started approaching together, right? And he's been consistently the most solid wingman that I've ever, you know, gone out and approached with. Because the thing is like, you want to make it feel effortless, right? Like whenever we're out, we're having a good time, we're entertaining each other, we're making each other laugh. But then also too, it's just like, hey, you know what? If we start talking to girls, sure. If not, then either way, it's like we're literally laughing so hard most of the time, like there's tears coming out of our eyes.
Yeah, literally, it's such a blast, and that's the way it should be when you go with your boys to pick up girls. Like it should just be a good time with your friends. Get lucky at the end of the night. Like that's the goal, right? And that's how it has to be. And it can be like that if you do things right. If you follow the steps and do things right, it could be the way you have your night every Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah, and the thing is too, it shouldn't feel like, you know, pulling teeth to go out with other guys. And also, the thing that I find interesting about you too is that you haven't studied pickup at all.
No.
Like you don't know what. And the thing is so many guys, they get way too into studying pickup and, you know, throwing out terms like DHV spikes and like seating the pole, and, you know, they're so in their heads about like, you know, when they should kind of execute on said pickup term. Yeah. And the thing is like,
they become a robot almost.
They do.
It's like following a Bible. Like it's like
they're kind of like in their head. Okay, so did I hook the set yet? Okay, check. Did I gauge her interest? Like, yeah, they come off as like so inauthentic, right? Like how many times? The thing is, when we first started approaching together, I noticed that like you were just like so fly by the seat of your pants, so present, so just like around. You're not going by a script. You're not like, you know, going up to a girl and saying, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in the whole wide world, right? Like,
yeah, I know. Like you said earlier, yeah, we're just having a good time. That's what it's all about, having a good time, making each other laugh, and just trying to pick up at the same time, like making them, like we mentioned earlier, making them feel like they want us. We're having a good time. Girls see you have a good time, and they want to be part of that. They want to have a good time too, and they want to come into your group. They want to hang out with you. They want to be close to you because they see you're having a blast, and they want to be part of it.
I like that. Yeah, that's also another thing that guys completely kind of miss the mark on, or a lot of guys, right, is that before you go up and talk to the girl, she's probably seen you walking around. She's probably seen how you carry yourself. She's probably seen you interacting with other people in the bar. And that's another good point too. You know, we'll go up to other people at the bar or wherever we are, and we'll just kind of joke around with them, right? We'll go up and we'll say like, I like this shirt, or, you know, you have a good taste in music, my man. What are you listening to, right? We'll be social with other people in the bar or wherever we are, and then girls sit back and they notice that, right? They'll be, oh, who is that guy? That guy's just going around working the room. Those two are having a blast.
Yeah, he's setting the mood. Yeah, he's setting the mood of the whole bar, and that's what they want to like. You become almost like you almost become, I don't want to say alpha, but you become kind of the hot shot around the bar. Everyone knows that you're there. Let's just say that.
Yeah, yeah, and then
your presence is felt.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, because you don't want to be that wallflower, like kind of leaning up against the wall, like scanning the room,
nodding your head.
Yeah. Right. Oh man, I mean,
Winking at girls across the room. All that shit's cheesy.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
or the lasso.
Yeah, the lasso.
We started working really well together because my biggest struggle when I first got into game in pickup was like I could always start the conversations once I got over the approach anxiety. I could kind of carry them, make them semi-flirty, but I always didn't know when to kind of wrap it up, right? I never really knew when to close, when to get the number. I'd always wait too long or I'd do it too quickly and the girl's like, whoa, right? So when we first started going out and approaching together, I'd always open and then he'd always close.
Yeah.
He'd always close at the right time.
Yeah, that was my thing. My thing was closing. I wasn't the best opener. I don't know why. I don't know why I wasn't the best opener. I got a lot better now, but I just wasn't a good opener. But I was always a better closer. Closing was definitely my strongest suit, and still is. But yeah, so that's why we made such a good team, kind of the yin and yang, opener, closer. Yeah. So
there's another thing I think guys would appreciate in here. I'm just trying to think about, and obviously we're just throwing this together on the fly. This is a one take Tony here, but like. Guys would really appreciate how you navigate going up and approaching girls. Like we have a system to this. If me and him are to go up and approach groups, right? But take it away. What are some of your things to keep in mind? Some things that you'd point out to your younger self or to the guys watching that might be scratching their head, struggling.
When I'm opening.
No, when we're like me and you, right? We go up and approach a group of girls. Let's say there's 2 or 3 girls, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you navigate a situation like that?
Yeah, you just navigate by making everyone feel included. Like always, just make everyone feel part of the group. Make them all feel like they're welcome, having a good time. Make sure everyone's included. But really, you got your you kind of got your mind on the 2 that you want or the couple girls that you want. And just always, just always be the man that leads the direction of the conversation and the direction of the way that the night's gonna go. Like just be, so after this we're gonna go down next door. That's gonna be a great time. They have like $5 off drinks or $5 well drinks, and come on guys, let's go have a good night. Like just always be like almost the pack leader, the coach. Almost just be like, you guys are coming with me. Like this is our group now. Just always be the leader. Like you've known them forever.
There was 2 great things that you said there. One was don't leave people out, right? Don't leave people out of the group. Because if you leave a girl out of the group, right, like if it's an even ratio, especially too, if it's like me and you and talking to 2 girls and we're kind of focused on one girl, or like even if there's me and you talking to 3 girls, right, you're focused on one girl, I'm focused on the other girl, and then Sarah's just off in the corner like texting, like kind of looking around, right,
wanting to go home, wanting to get her friends out of there.
Yeah. A lot of guys have the blinders on, right? They're so like in the moment. They're like, okay, how do I take this girl home and they're not even worried about her friend there, who's going to inevitably drag them away because she's not getting any attention.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to include the other girl in the conversation, right? You have to include her, like, oh, hey, Sarah, what do you think about that? Or how do you guys know each other?
Yeah, exactly. Always make them feel like, almost make them feel more included. That way, they like you even more, and you can always go back to the girl you find interest in. And that's what I would say. Just always just navigate, and it all obviously depends on the mood of the room as well. But just always just navigate where you want to go and just always be the leader.
Yeah, and another thing too I was going to touch on is being that leader, right? Other times, or oftentimes I see guys, and what they'll do is they'll go up to girls and they'll be talking, the girls will be into it, but then they just kind of like end up standing in the same place. It's either one of 2 things. They kind of end up standing in the same place and having this conversation for like half an hour while not going anywhere, right? Not moving that interaction anywhere, and the girls just get bored and it's like, well, see you later.
Exactly. On to the next guy.
Yeah. Or the second scenario is this, like, kind of standing around, and then it's just like, oh, so where do you guys want to go now?
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go over here, or do you want to go to that place, or do you like pizza? We could go grab a slice of pizza.
Yeah. Too many trick pony too sometimes. Like sometimes you can put like 10, 15 things out there and they'll grab onto one. But if you start pulling out too many directions and become a scattered brain, then they'll lose interest too. If you put like 15 to 20 things out there, they'll become a scattered brain. They'll get confused and they'll be uninterested.
Yeah, that's a good point. I had a buddy like that for a while, and he'd be good at starting conversations and continuing them. But then he'd kind of get in his own head and he'd be thinking like, okay, how do I get this girl back to my place? And then he'd start like throwing out like 16 different options. It's like, oh, we could go grab pizza, or I don't know if you guys want, we could go grab a drink there. And that's not really leading anywhere, right? It's
Yeah,
just
you
like,
have to lead. Yeah.
Yeah, lead the dance. What else? What else are we missing here? Let's see.
I think they always have a code where with your wingman, if your girl's not interested or not responding or being receptive, always have a code word to get out of there too. Like always be like, oh yeah, I think what we do is our friend Tony's over there, our friend Frank's over there. Let's go see Frank real quick. We'll be back, guys. And kind of that's an exit out. But yeah, some guys they keep beating a dead horse. They just they see a girl is uninterested. Or they get the vibe that she's uninterested, but the guy's so interested in them, or she's so hot or whatever. Those keep beating it, try new catchphrases or new lines, or bring up a new subject, try to get them hooked in, but it's not gonna work.
Meanwhile, she's like staring at her.
Yeah,
phone the whole
literally.
time, just like.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, uninterested. Have a code with your wingman, or if one girl's in, and the other girl's not into your friend, just leave your friend. I'm gonna go see Tony. I'll be right back with you. I'll come check up on you in a bit, and then let your friend engage and see how that goes. That's being a good wingman too. Let him have the girl. You go get a drink or go walk around, take a lap, come back and see that. Go, yeah. So how's it going, man? You want to come see Frank too, or are you gonna stay here? And kind of just be a good wingman that way too.
Yeah, that's a good point. You made me think of another thing too, where having the mentality of, let's just go out around, have fun, go talk to girls. But like, I know guys like this too, right? Where they'll beat themselves up if they get rejected by a girl, right? Like our friend there. Remember when we used to go out with him?
Yeah. Our buddy, he would go out and he would try and he'd talk to a girl, he'd buy her a drink, and he'd just be a complete simp, and he'd lack over one girl, follow her around like a lost dog for half an hour. After that, he'd go for a kiss, he'd lean in for a kiss, she'd reject him or just kind of like turn her head away, and then it'd ruin his whole night. He'd say, oh, I'm not having a good time, she just rejected me, it ruined my whole night. You just gotta around. If one girl rejects you having a kiss, there's how many hundreds of other girls at the bar, just go on to the next one. Just don't take it personally. She just obviously doesn't want to feel, she doesn't want to feel like a slut or whatever. Just go on to the next girl. Don't let that get to you. Don't engrave that in your mind that you got rejected. Just say, I'm on to the next one, whatever. It's plenty of girls here.
Yeah, it's like doing door-to-door sales. I never did it personally. Actually, I did it one time for like half a day, and that was it. Like, I hated it. This was when I was younger, right? I was maybe 19. But the thing is like, imagine, right? Door-to-door sales. You work in sales.
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine if someone were to came up and then you were to try to sell them something, and then they were like, you know what, it's just not the right time, I'm just not into it. And then, would you just like slam down everything and just be like, yes, I'm going home?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. You just no is whatever. You get the 100 no's, 1 yes. That's the way it is in sales. Anyway, the sales I'm in is 100 no's to 1 yes is usually the ratio. So what you gotta do, you just gotta keep moving forward and just that's just another one, whatever, on the next one. Don't even think about it, just it's gone. Like it's in the past, like didn't even happen. Like on to the next one. If I was to quit every time I've got rejected, I'd probably be in a virgin somewhere. I'd probably be a virgin lost somewhere in downtown Toronto. Like if I got pissed off every time I got rejected. Everyone gets rejected. The best looking guy gets rejected. Don't take it personally. Don't let it hurt your self-esteem. On to the next one. And just keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's a good point, because some guys, what they'll do is they'll let that like rejection, that pain, carry them into the next interaction, right? And they're already approaching half defeated, right? They go up and they're like, hey, how's it going? And they're already kind of pissed off, but like that energy, like that vibe, women feel that. Women pick up on that, like that, right? So you have to just be unaffected by it.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta be unaffected by it too. And that's going back to our buddy who spent half an hour with a girl just to get rejected. That's another reason why you don't want to spend a whole bunch of time, invest a whole bunch of time in a girl unless she's a for sure thing, unless you know you're going to close the deal. If you can read her vibe and she's more into you than you are her, then, stick around or whatever. But if you're just going to, try to do a kiss after half an hour and she rejects you, just wasted half an hour of your night. Yeah. Bar's only open until 2. So just, that's another reason too. So just on to the next one. Don't let it get to you. Girls are emotional creatures. They can sense if you're down or a little bit sad, and you look like a weirdo. When you go up to a girl sad and depressed, you look like a creep. So just, So just on to the next one. Keep it going, and don't let anything get to you. Don't let anything bug you at the club.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah, you're starting You know you're the man, and just keep on going.
Yeah, having that mentality of, hey, you know you're the man, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I always say in videos too, because it's like, guys, they want the perfect thing to say. They want to win a girl over. They want to like, okay, what do I say to get her to like me? To knock her socks off, right? And all these problems, the majority of these problems can be solved if you just have that mentality of showing up like, hey, let's just see if I like this girl. Let's see if we get along, as opposed to like, oh, what can I say?
Knock off her feet.
Yeah, how can I get her to like me?
And that's such a beta thing to do too. Is like how that mentality. How can I get someone to like me? You know, like
like how many times have you thought to yourself like, oh, what's the perfect thing I can say to that girl to win her over?
Yeah, nothing. I just go up and start talking shit. I'll be like, oh, look at that shirt. I have the same one. Mine is the same one actually. You got it from Winners too. You got it from H&M too, and just start from there. She's like, nah, no. I'm like, oh, they have my Winners now. I don't know where you got yours from. Like, just go and talk shit, have fun, bring your friends over, and just take over their whole group, take over their whole entire table.
Yeah, and that's just getting out of your head. You know, just like throwing together a random combination of words, and then you're just still like, you know, staggering, trying to like catch up to your words as you're talking is way better than like overthinking it, and then like, you know, being stifled by the time you go up and you're like all tongue-tied because you've been like contemplating going up to her for the last 15 minutes, you know?
Yeah, and you're contemplating going up to someone for 15 minutes. It's probably not going to work. You're going to be two in your head. You're going to be just go with the flow. Just go up, like I said earlier, like we both said earlier, just go up. Don't think about it. Just approach. Like the man here says, famous man here, yeah.
That's it, yeah. That's why I started that, because, well, Just Do It was taken by Nike, and I didn't want to get sued by them. But just approach, yeah. Don't think about it. Just spit out anything, and then just, you know, go with it, right? 3-second rule. Don't think.
Yeah, exactly. Don't think about anything. Just go with it. And just sometimes I when I go into the bar or club, I'll just say the most nonsense thing to almost make myself like look like, whoa, like people raise their eyebrows at me, just so I get out of my sit. It's the new mood for them. I'm just fucking around. I'm here just to joke around, Like, I don't think about it too much. I don't care if people think I'm an idiot. They're not gonna remember me tomorrow anyway. Like, you know, just go up and say it. Just go up and have a conversation. They're normal people like you. They're probably more nervous to talk to you than you are them.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Is there anything else we're missing here? I'm trying to think. Again, guys, we threw this together on the fly, so we don't even have like a checklist or like any points that we're working off. This is all just, you know,
tip of our tongue.
Yeah. Anything we're missing here? Anything we're missing? Let's see.
Oh, the switcheroo.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, that's really important. Okay, so, you know, obviously it's hard. It's hard if you just start going out with a guy because you don't really know him that well. If you just start going out with a wingman, but like me and you, we're able to pick up like that. You know, if let's say we go up and talk to two girls, right? I'm talking to one girl, he's talking to the other, right? And then we're not really like feeling the vibe of the girl. We can kind of tell that, like, let's say for example, I'm talking to the girl and she's more like responding and laughing at, you know, things he's saying and vice versa. Yeah. Then we'll give each other kind of like, you know, one of these looks.
Yeah, the nod kind of thing. The nod, like, let's kind of switch around here. So that's another thing to look for too, is when to know the girl's into you and not your wingman or your buddy, because they just know when to feel off at each other too. And when you do notice that, kind of give your buddy the wink or the nod, like, okay, yeah, we can definitely feel this out. You have to be an idiot to not tell who's into who. Like, you have to.
And I know some guys, I can literally hear the comments screaming at me right now. But some guys are gonna ask like, well, how do I really tell? How do I tell if a girl's into me and not my friend? Right? Like, what are some signs you look for when a girl's like, you know, it's kind of in the bag?
Yeah, kind of that. When he's talking to a girl, I know she's into me, is like kind of she's looking at me and, like he said, she's kind of laughing at things I have to say, and the girl I'm trying to talk to or pick up is more laughing to, you know, stuff he's saying or kind of looking at him. You can just kind of tell. You have to be pretty naive not to tell when someone's, you know, more into you than my buddy here, or vice versa. You have to be kind of ignorant enough to tell the signs. But, you know, I would say definitely just feel it out. Just let the girls respond to you better, or just, yeah, like, oh, did you find that one funny? Just kind of throw it out there, throw the fishing line, and kind of see.
Another thing I just thought of too is that women will try to test your loyalty or like how well you know somebody, right? So they might throw like a subtle dig at your buddy, right? Like they might say like, oh, is he always like this? If he makes like a, you know, potentially like offhanded compliment, you got to ride with him. Don't take her side. Don't be like, yeah, no, I agree with you. Like he's kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah, this beta, and you're selling out your boys for a girl you met for 5 minutes, I'm probably not going to hang out with you anymore.
Yeah, and that's going to dry her right up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. If you start, throwing shit at me after you met this girl for 5 minutes and you're signing with her, I'm like I said, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore, and you're just going to ruin your wingman. You're just going to ruin your good wingman. So, yeah, just always side with your buddy. Just stick with them through thick and thin. They want to see a brotherhood. They actually, more girls actually like to see a brotherhood than, like, single soldiers. Like, they don't like to see, like, these guys turning on their friends, right? They like to see, like Devin said, loyalty. The girls like loyalty. So, yeah, just always ride with your brothers. Always stand up for them. And, yeah, that's what I'd say about that.
I think that's a great way to end it.
Yeah.
We're sitting at almost half an hour here.
Holy shit, that flew by.
I know. Like we could go on forever, guys. So let me know in the comments if you want to see just more unedited conversation like this. I know sometimes, on YouTube it's like, retention, chopping up videos, putting in B-roll, and stuff gets edited out. But I love having these just conversations, us just sitting down and just
shit.
going off. Exactly.
Yeah.
So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more of that. And that's it. That's all she wrote for now. Two-weight world champion.
Right on.